Free market has made media ownership open to private sector. It might be a good thing, but we all begin to experience the negative impact nowadays. An even more polarized and divided public. And that same public left wondering whom to trust. During the session of Why Public Media Matters at the World Press Freedom Conference 2020, Sally Ann, CEO of Public Media Alliance, moderated a panel discussing the state of public media, its roles, and its challenges.
But public trust is a fragile thing. It takes years to make, but just seconds to break. Today, there are growing challenges and threats to public media in just about every corner of the world. The biggest threat is to its independence.
Public trust, as mentioned by Sally Ann, takes years to make and seconds to break. Public media becomes a necessary tool of public service, providing independent and impartial news. Now let's have a look at what the panelists, which comprise of reputable public broadcasters from across the world, had to say about public media.
And actually in Sweden we have a very clear definition. Public service media needs to be independent from all kinds of power, political, financial, religious, and whatever else you can come up with. The money should come directly from the people. The third thing that is important for being a public service company is that you should have a remit. And finally, when producing our content, we should always try to be impartial.
The point here is that free market or private media looks out for consumer eyeballs. Public service media fundamental goal is to build the capacity of citizens. For the current challenge now is how do we put in place a sustainable mechanism for funding public service broadcasting or public service media in Ghana and in other African countries for that matter.
Is not only appreciation on the part of the Australian public. We've seen record audiences, we've seen incredible engagement around our content, but absolutely that essence of this is an organisation and this is a service that is for us as members of the public. I suppose that is the way we see ourselves, as providing a genuine service to the public.
In this part of the world, we have a little bit different position. I will very quickly, on the front of the line of the defending public television, its independence and public importance. At the same time, I'm being exposed to lawsuits by my employee.
The Trusted News Initiative was established to counter the harmful impact of disinformation at moments of maximum jeopardy. It brings together leading global figures from the publishing industry and from the biggest tech platforms, united in their commitment to counter the fast-growing threat of disinformation and its real-world harms.
With growing challenges and pressures received by public media, mostly political and financial, it is not an understatement to say that public media is struggling. Yet, it is still a strong instrument to serve democracy. This is Dena Rachman reporting on the World Press Freedom Conference 2020.